coincidences, a conspiracy theory. So I just thought, let's just keep this segment going. I found top 10 dark hidden messages in rap songs, and honestly, I believe it. I mean, we all know the music is corrupt, especially in this generation. But hey, who am I? I'm just speaking from my opinion, but I know it's gonna be an interesting video. But before I click this play button, I just want to say that if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, or you're a returning subscriber, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because it's nothing but lit content like this on a consistent basis. My baby, wait for the wink, because it's coming. Wait for the wink. Oh, hold on. All right, that's it. Oh, get y'all.
There's Big Sean and his possible connection to the Illuminati.
How Jay-Z has overcome some of the greatest obstacles, and some pretty candid looks at what drugs can do to a family.
All of this on today's most amazing top 10 list. Starting off this list, in our number 10 spot, we have Blessings by Big Sean.
That was my song too. What's up with it?
West. At a first glance, this song is just a moment where all the rappers can take a step back and reflect on being grateful for everything they have,
right,
and everything that they have achieved.
Right.
But we really get the hidden dark message when we watch the music video for the song. In the video, there are a lot of Illuminati references and symbolism.
Great.
Whether or not you think that this is their admission to being a part of the Illuminati is up to you, but let me show you the imagery that...
Let's see, y'all. Let's see if they're reaching or if they're preaching.
The video starts off with Big Sean walking on clouds, and then he begins confessing to a priest who is played by himself. This is a reflection of one of the most prevalent principles of the Illuminati, that they are all gods. To push this even further, Drake flashes the 666 hand, which shows his approval of the Antichrist. We then see Big Sean on a staircase, which is homage to the Freemasonry Jacob's ladder, and his arms are also stretched.
I had a vision.
Paul, what did you see?
When you create yourself, in order to make it, you're gonna have to either let that creation go and take that chance on being loved or hated for who you actually are, or you're gonna have to kill who you actually are and fall into your grave. You're gonna have to go and take that chance on being when you create yourself, in order to make it, you're gonna have to either let that creation go and take that chance on being loved or hated for who you actually are, or you're gonna have to kill who you actually are and fall into your grave grasping onto a character that you never really were. Pretty terrifying quote from Jim Carrey. You're gonna have to kill who you actually are and fall into your grave grasping onto a character that you never really were. Pretty terrifying quote from Jim Carrey. Jamal Charles is a 4-time Pro Bowl running back, but as a kid, he was constantly picked on due to a learning disability and special education classes that he was placed in. Sports provided an early confidence boost. The problem is, once he stepped off the field, Jamal would once again ability Pro ever really were.
I heard you had a monster that needed hunting.
Pretty terrifying quote from Jim Carrey. Jamal Charles is a 4-time Pro Bowl running back, but as a kid, he was constantly picked on due to a learning disability and special education classes that he was placed in. Sports provided an early confidence boost. The problem is, once he stepped off the field, Jamal would once again feel inadequate. He created a character, or a representative if you will, and played the role as a loner for a very long period of his life. But once he found true confidence and embraced who he actually is, he made friends that lasted a lifetime and found more success than he ever dreamed of. This is what happened to Jamal Charles. Cue the Wayne. Jamal Rashad Jones Charles grew up in Port Arthur, Texas, where he was raised by a single mother. He had a large, close-knit family where they'd meet up at his grandma's house every Sunday after church. If you're from the South, this is something that probably sounds very familiar to you. Jamal actually credits his grandmother with teaching him discipline at a young age. She was there for me so much early in life. She praised me when I did well, and she was mad at me when I did bad. She kept me disciplined. She would always stick up for me too. My cousins would tease on me, and she was always there to have my back and tell them to leave me alone. She would tell me, don't listen to them. I think she was really my guardian angel. For Jamal, having somebody in his corner was key because he got picked on a ton when he was a kid, not just by his family, but also when he went to school. He had trouble maintaining focus, and that made pronouncing words and learning to read and write extremely difficult for him. When he made it to the 3rd grade, Jamal was diagnosed with a learning disability. They didn't really do anything to help the situation, just kind of diagnosed him, and then 2 years later, when he got into 5th grade, they removed him from the standard classes and placed him in special education. They had to do something because at that point, Jamal was a 5th grader reading at a 2nd grade level. The concept of special education makes sense. You take a kid who's struggling to learn in a classroom environment, put him in a smaller classroom, that way he can get more one-on-one time with the struggle. But in reality, at least when I was growing up, all special education really seemed to do is ostracize those kids away from all the other kids, get them picked on even more, and a lot of times the other kids don't want to interact with the kids that are in special education. Here's something else that's trash, and I don't think it's like this at every school, but at Jamal's school, the special education kids weren't able to go on field trips with everybody else, so their whole grade is going on a field trip. Special education kids couldn't. The only trip Jamal got to take was to the Special Olympics. That was our only trip. It wasn't anything serious. I was out there with people just like me. We just learned differently. It just took us out of the classroom and let us compete. I raced against other people in my class who thought they were faster than me, and it helped. Jamal was a slow learner in the classroom, but athletically, he was a step ahead of everybody. And even though he came up in Texas where there's a ton of pressure on young athletes, Jamal said he never felt any of it. All he felt was pure joy when he was competing in athletics because he could be himself, and he felt like he was adequate. Not just adequate, but actually elite when it came to that. What I liked about track was that I could enjoy it by going out there and just running. It was my comfort zone where I was in complete control. I didn't need anybody to take care of me in track. I worked hard on my own. I worked hard at football too. But with football, you gotta work with 20 other guys. Track helped me just get away from everyone. When Jamal was 8 years old, he lost his guardian angel when his grandmother passed. That had to be rough because he didn't have that support system at home anymore. During his freshman year in high school, Jamal was starting to sink academically. Fortunately, he had a new guardian step in just in the nick of time. Jamal's AAU basketball coach, Kenny Lofton, a close family friend, and his wife, Gina, both saw something special in Jamal. So they reached out to his family and offered to take him in so that he can have a place to not only live, but learn. Jamal emerged as a track star in his sophomore year and played a large part in the school's national record-breaking performance in the 4x200 relay. That earned him a spot in the 2003 World Youth Championship, where he took home a bronze medal in the 400-meter hurdle. Jamal's older brother, Shenderick, had been the football star in the family, but when Jamal took over as starting running back during his junior season, he rushed for over 2,000 yards and scored 27 touchdowns. He was named District Player of the Year and first team All-State. Dude was taking Southeast Texas football by storm. He began getting the respect and the notoriety and the acceptance that he had always longed for as a kid. I know he wished his grandma would have been there to see it all, and it had to be painful that she wasn't, but I'm sure he used it all as motivation. Senior year of high school, Jamal became a state champion in the 110 and the 300-meter hurdle. He posted the best times in the nation in each event. In football, he was the talk of the entire state of Texas. No easy feat, and in just 2 years as a starter, he ended his high school career with over 4,000 rushing yards, breaking all kind of records. Jamal had become a star, but on the inside, he was still the same insecure kid with a learning disability. He was having a hard time harnessing that confidence that he felt on the field and then transferring it into his regular life. So when he was off the field, he basically put on a mask. As a quiet kid, he was a star football player and had no interaction with many other people. The truth is, he did want to interact, but he was scared that they would judge him due to his learning disability. Jamal got offers from Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Florida, Miami, UCLA, Notre Dame, Colorado, Nebraska, Texas A&M, you name it. And he was pretty damn close to committing to the University of Florida, a place where he felt he could play football and run track. But Mack Brown, then coach of the Texas Longhorns, stepped in and really sold Jamal on the family. The chemistry that everybody had as a team was incredible. We knew we had the team to do what we wanted to do, and that was win a championship. I definitely fit right in and knew I'd made the right choice. Everybody was so cool to me from the moment I got there, and they took me right in. There was no jealousy at the running back position. We all had the same goal. Let's win these games. And that's how it's supposed to be when you go anywhere. Jamal rushed for 878 yards and 11 touchdowns as a freshman. He also added 157 in the pass game and scored 2 more receiving TDs. Jamal played alongside one of the greatest college football players ever in Vince Young. And Jamal played his role as they went on to win the national championship versus the highly regarded USC Trojans led by Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush. It was truly a game for the ages and one of the best college games I've ever watched. Now, Jamal was a champion. All the teasing he'd endured as a kid, it was irrelevant because he just accomplished something that none of those kids ever could. He was named Big 12 Offensive Freshman of the Year and second team All Big 12. Jamal had high hopes for his sophomore season, but it was overall a disappointment. He had his sights set on a 1,000 rush yard season, but came up a bit short and actually had a slightly worse statistical year than he did his freshman season. Also, after an undefeated national championship season as a freshman, going 10-3 didn't feel particularly great. So after that year, Jamal decided to give up track, which was honestly his first love, so that he could focus on football in the offseason. Jamal bulked up considerably, and his sacrifice definitely paid off as he nearly doubled his rushing total and more than doubled his touchdown total. After a phenomenal season, Jamal decided to skip his senior year and turn pro. He left early but still is ranked 4th in total rush yards in Longhorn history, behind 3 GOATs too, Ricky Williams, Cedric Benson, and Earl Campbell. At the NFL Combine, Jamal measured in at 5'11", 200 pounds and posted a 4.38 in the 40-yard dash. He was projected as an early second rounder, but fell to the third when he was finally drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2008. The only problem was the Chiefs already had Larry Johnson. Jamal ended up sliding in the draft due to his smaller frame.
Not the best hair tutorial. At least you can watch it on the best. Cox Internet, #1 for streaming video, according to Nielsen data.
Stop waiting to refresh your home and start the transformation today at Mr. Space. Get creative with a huge selection of furniture, spaces, decor, in stock and ready for delivery for fast
and injury concern. The draft was really one of the hardest moments in my life, but it was one of the most important experiences in my life too. I'm glad it turned out that way. It was God's plan to humble me down. It made me a better person. If I would have been picked in the first round, I probably wouldn't be in the league right now. I wouldn't be the person I am today. That definitely set me down and forced me to look at myself in the mirror. I I sat back the whole night crying. I guess that's still making me who I am today because I feel like I'm better than his third round pick. During the first 2 seasons of Jamal's career, he didn't have much of a role in the offense. And even worse, he would sometimes get benched for long periods of time, and he struggled a little bit to deal with it. You have to consider the fact that Jamal had literally built this confidence based on what he can do athletically. So now that wasn't going so great, it was really starting to affect his psyche. If you look at his stats, you might say, Flim, dude actually ate in year 2. And you're right, he did, but it didn't start out that way. Through the first 8 weeks of the season, Jamal only had a total of 152 yards through 8 games, bruh. But when Larry Johnson went down with an injury in week 9, Jamal took over and finished the season with 1,100 yards. So he basically ran for 1,000 yards in the second half of the season. And the last 4 weeks, dude was absolutely unstoppable. Amazingly, the next year, Jamal was right back to square one, playing limited role in the offense. And once again, the infamous week 9, Larry Johnson released. Now, Larry Johnson got to actually be having nightmares still about week 9s because the year before he got hurt in week 9, then this year he gets cut in week 9. Sucks for Larry, but once that happened, Jamal Charles once again went off and became the only player in NFL history to rush for 1,100 yards or more in less than 200 carries. In 2010, the backfield was finally his, and Jamal Charles went from third rounder who was too small to first team All-Pro. He rushed for nearly 1,500 yards and also made it to his first Pro Bowl. Unfortunately, Jamal was injured in 2011. It wasn't due to his size, but he actually ended up tearing his ACL. And you know how that injury go, he pretty much missed the entire season. Amazingly, the following year, coming off the injury, he actually had his best season as a professional. He ended up rushing for over 1,500 yards. 2012, 2013, and 2014 saw Jamal as a perennial Pro Bowler and a multiple-time All-Pro player. That 2013 season saw him lead the league in rushing touchdowns and clips, after which he signed an $18 million contract extension and was ranked number 12 on the players' top 100 list. In 2015, lightning struck again and Jamal went down with yet another ACL tear. This time an older Jamal with a lot more miles on him was unable to bounce back so quickly. As a matter of fact, he never actually bounced back from this one. Not completely. He was eventually placed on injured reserve and then released by the Chiefs, a team that he had spent his entire NFL career with. After brief stints with the Broncos and the Jags, Jamal signed a one-day contract to retire as a Kansas City Chief after 10 years in the NFL. Jamal Charles is a 4-time Pro Bowler and a 3-time NFL All-Pro, but the legacy he leaves is bigger than that. Due to his struggles with the learning disability as a kid, which hurt his self-esteem, today he reaches back to help kids who have the same problem embrace who they are and not feel ashamed. Jamal actively supports and participates with the Special Olympics. He credits the organization with changing his life by boosting his confidence way back when he was a child during a pivotal time in his life. As for Jamal, he doesn't have many regrets, but he does have one. I regret hiding my true self because God made me the way I am. I'm happy with who I am. That's why I speak out to people that have learning disabilities and tell them, don't give up. People might talk about you, but look at how far I came. So don't get discouraged. Don't ever get down on yourself. You can make the world a better place. You just gotta find what makes you feel comfortable. Everybody is different. That's what people gotta understand, especially kids. So I just wanna encourage everyone that I can. Yo, major shout out and respect to Jamal Charles. Did you know that he dealt with all of this stuff when he was a kid? Since the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, I wanted to show a Chiefs legend a little bit of love on the channel. And hopefully this video was able to shine a light on one of the Chiefs' brightest stars. My name is Flim Raps. I'm out at you next time, fella. One.
What would you do if you went down out here?
I wouldn't want to go down there. It's worm territory.
Worm
Alright, so DC Fandom's been crushing it this morning. I know they dropped a little trailer on The Flash and Black Adam. I haven't talked about them because I was like, they're too short to make a video about, but I think they look great. Also, you know that's the Burton Batmobile. Pump. But admittedly, I've been waiting for the new trailer for the Batman because I heard there was going to be a new trailer for the Batman. And we got it, and it looks great. It has this dark, gritty, Arkham City-esque tone to it that we already saw from the previous trailer. We don't see much of Paul Dano as the Riddler, which is perfect. It's great. I don't want to see too much of him as the Riddler, but I'm excited to see him as the Riddler. I'm excited to see this iteration as the Riddler because before we had the Jim Carrey show, which works for the 90s, but even in Batman Forever, I was always like, I like the John Glover Riddler from Batman the Animated Series. That was always much closer to a Riddler I wanted to see in live action, and it looks like we're gonna get the scary, terrifying genius that he is. It looks like they're doing the thing where he gets captured, but the plan's already in motion, and if I'm throwing out theories, because it's a video about a trailer, I imagine he's giving them all the clues to solve whatever's gonna go down, and they don't even know it, because they're not as smart as him. Looking forward to seeing that. Also, it looks like Batman can take straight up bullets now.
Bulletproof. Anything but a straight shot.
Fuck that shit. I'm not worried, I'll keep it. Loving his Batmobile muscle car too, because it looks more like in the Dark Knight movies, it was like, oh, Bruce Wayne had the backing of Wayne Enterprises without Wayne Enterprises really knowing about it. Lucius Fox was like, I got your back. Here's some sweet R&D tech that no one really knows about. This one, it looks like it's more pulled back, like Bruce Wayne's like, all right, Alfred, it's you and me. No one can know about this, and we don't really have a lot of tech to work with, so we just need a muscle car, and we're gonna soup it up. Because I want to cruise through the streets of Gotham going, family. We see more of Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and I like what I see. I mean, yeah, they played it smart. They were like, here, leggy Catwoman shots. If that doesn't convince the internet, I don't know what will. But she looks good. So does Oswald Cobblepot. Dude, Penguin in this trailer. Okay, if I didn't know Colin Farrell was cast as Penguin, I would have been like, that's Penguin, obviously. But the thing is, it looks nothing like Colin Farrell. So I was like, that is Penguin, right? It is. It's impressive though. Like, you can't tell it's Colin Farrell. The Grinch looks more like Jim Carrey than the Penguin looks like Colin Farrell. Solid Robert De Niro impersonation though, I'll say that.
I got you! I got you!
Family! But this is a great trailer. Overall, it shows you the tone that they're going for, and the tone is great. It being young Batman, man, he's going right into the fire on this one. It's like, oh, hey, you're Batman, great. Test your intellect in a way that you never thought possible before. You get in that souped up muscle car Batmobile, and you find those Riddler trophies, baby. The trailer did exactly what the trailer's supposed to do. Give you the flavor of the world, you get enough of the characters, enough to know where it's going with Batman taking on the Riddler.
Bring honor to yourselves and your kin. How exuberant!
Minions have spawned. Protect me.
Thanks.
Be right back.
An ally has been slain.
Be careful. Enemy missing.
Forest. Ward middle.
Okay.
You cannot save them.
How exuberant!
An enemy has been slain. You cannot save them.
Retreat! Retreat!
Shush!
Pulling back!
Ultimate is down.
Be careful!
An enemy has been slain. They hurt your friends. You don't need help.
I can't walk. Yeah, I like that.
That's not cool.
Thanks! Ultimate is ready!
You cannot save them.
You exemplify the greatest traits of us all.
You don't need help. alone.
Group up!
Rise, my holy army. An enemy has been slain. You don't need help.
Destroy the left enemy tower.
You cannot save them. Fight all that is holy. Rise, my holy army. Two mount leaders down. You have killed before. No waffles for you. Double kill. You exemplify the greatest traits of us all.
You got it!
Your right tower is under attack.
You don't need help. An enemy has been slain. Bitchin'! Triple kill. You have killed before. Thanks. Rise, my holy army. You cannot save them. The Upside Down took them all.
On my way.
Be right back!
Your team has destroyed a right enemy Phoenix. Sorry.
You have been slain. Ultimate is ready. The light shall always rise. As silence of the night. You shall drive them. An enemy has been slain. To me, my allies, I shall shroud us.
Candy!
Okay.
Have fun!
Goodbye. You exemplify the greatest traits of us all.
They hurt your friend.
Rise, my holy army.
To me, my allies, I have healing doesn't help. It is too late.
Your left tower is under
That's
attack.
not cool. You got it. You cannot save them.
Be careful.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy Phoenix.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Came for me.
Falling back.
Triple kill.
Exemplify the greatest traits of us all.
They went for bad things. Your friends need help.
Play it day one with Xbox Game Pass.
So Halloween Kills is a sequel to the 2018 Halloween movie just called Halloween that's actually a sequel to Halloween that retconned all the Halloween sequels before it. So following the events of the 2018 Halloween movie, Halloween Kills follows Laurie Strode's acquaintance, played by Anthony Michael Hall. Everyone finds out Michael Myers is still out there, so it's like, all right, let's get a mob together, because mob mentality. Why have Freddy Krueger go after Michael Myers when you can have Dunning-Kruger? Much more dangerous. And usually I start out with like, oh, what I liked about the movie. What I liked about this movie were the concepts that they didn't actually stick the landing to. Like, I appreciate that the movie has a lesson to give about mob mentality and the dangers of fear. Not the first movie on Earth to do that by a long shot, but I appreciate the attempt. That said, it is a bummer that it came across really pretentious, like this movie was so far up its own fucking ass. What's Laurie Strode gonna do in this movie? Well, wince in pain in the hospital and then give a monologue at the end. That's what she does. It's a classic case if they built the marketing around that character and that character just gets sidelined for someone else. And I'm not even looking for a great Halloween movie, just at least a fun one. Even the bad Halloween movies, I can still have fun with, because for the most part, they lean into what they are, and they own it. There was no such leaning here. This movie did not know. This movie was like that head chef or restaurant owner in Kitchen Nightmares. You ever watch Kitchen Nightmares? I love Kitchen Nightmares. Just easy, casual watching for me. Anyhow, Halloween Kills is like a head chef or a restaurant owner in Kitchen Nightmares, where they're like, this is the best meal you're gonna find on the coast. We're 5-star cuisine. It's like, you're not? And you don't know you're not, and that's the problem. This movie took itself way too seriously to actually be a fun slasher Halloween movie, but then I got mixed signals as to whether or not it's taking itself seriously at all. Like, there are moments where it's like, you have this heavy moment. Example, there's this heavy moment about mob mentality, and then this mentally ill patient throws himself off this roof and splats on the ground, and you see their busted up brain just outside the skull. You see their body just on the ground. I was like, you can't mix that kind of gore with a heavy moment like that, with a message like that, or I suppose you can, but this movie didn't do it well. And speaking of the gore in Halloween Kills, the gore felt gratuitous, you know? There was no style to the killings. This is the kind of gore you throw on screen because you're trying to hide the fact that you can't come up with a creative kill in your movie. And that's what Halloween Kills comes across as, just a complete lack of creativity and trying to hide it under the guise of like, no, we have a message and it's a good one. Oh, that's not landing? Here's a bunch of blood. Whereas the 2018 Halloween movie I felt was creative and it did justify its own existence and justified the retcon that it did. This movie does what you might fear it does, which is have a severe case of sequelitis. In the sense that the 2018 Halloween was probably supposed to be the one and done thing and it was well received and they were like, well, I guess we should make another one. But at that point, whereas the previous Halloween movie was inspired
People always try to label you, define who you are. But I was never one to conform with other people.
What's up? For who? It's gonna be a long day for who? You know, I ain't never had a long day. Especially against the Titans, I ain't never had a long day. Hey, I'm mic'd up, y'all boys. I'm mic'd up. Just to let y'all know. Yeah, I'm mic'd up. You know, I gotta warn the guys now. Not that we say nothing crazy, but. Hey man, shout out to the Jacksonville training staff. I'm sitting out here in the rain trying to put this tape on my wrist by myself, trying to be an independent young black man, you know. And this shit ain't that easy.
Big time players!
football game.
It doesn't look like he can run away from you.
He can't. I keep reminding myself, be patient, be patient. I mean, he ain't gonna outrun me, but he's a good receiver nonetheless, so I gotta just play real. Hey, yes sir! Right here, baby. There ain't no Pro Bowl weather, but we in the Pro Bowl. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You ain't getting out there. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. I'm in man-to-man coverage. You got to try to beat me. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You ain't getting out there. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. I'm in man-to-man coverage. You got to try to beat me. Let's see if you can do it. I got me. I got me. Big trap, they roll. Hey, just like we used to do in practice, boy. Andrew. Andrew not playing, dog. DeLuca give us some diversity out here. All right, DeLuca. So, do your thing for your people, dog. That double move was not it, A-Rod.
They tried you on a double move, huh?
Oh, it was so weak, though. It was so weak. I'm out there?
Yeah, go. Yeah, you got it.
Say no more.
You got it, brother.
Say no more. I'm already, it's cold as hell. No, I was on you too now. That was a good ass kick, dog. 100.
Who Andrew gonna be doing it to? You know it. Andrew gonna challenge together. I ain't doing nobody else. And that's the Chinese ain't supposed to do that.
Andrew gonna throw it to your ass 10 times.
Pop me.
Hey, let me get a jacket. Let me get a jacket real quick. Let me get a jacket.
I'm about to go out there with this big ass towel.
You gotta wipe every time. Every play you gotta wipe. You're not strong enough. You're not strong enough, 15.
Attack left lane.
Ah, shut up. Come on there, pushing out. Come on there, pushing out. Let's go. Get that little over there. Dog, man. I'm not playing with these kids. I'm not playing with nobody's children today. I'm not playing with nobody's children today.
What that is?
I'm trying to distract you. I gotta get everything, baby. That would have been a thing.
Be great today, baby.
You know
he was born to be.
You know it. Yeah, I might got a little something going on, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Love Song. I'm J-Red, man, I live up to my name. You know it. Bro, I think that's so live, bro. We gotta stop them right here so we can get it back to our O in good field position. We got the ball! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! If it's close, they gotta keep it our ball.
The ruling on the field stands as called. There's a first down, Jacksonville.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! See there, coach? You gotta have faith, man! Real. All right. That boy got one. Hey, yeah, coach, we can blitz now.
It was Wawa Wings slide.
Let me get a whisker, corner,
Detroit,
cat.
automatic blitz.
Let me get something now.
Yeah, get in there.
Hey, you
Smite's back.
Let's go!
Pass is complete. Jaden Nichols. Touchdown Jacksonville.
Release, did you see it? Yes, sir. I walked him to sleep and then hit him with a little shimmy. Slant. Do a fake and then slant. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 2.0 in this! 2.0! We live! Let's get it! Yeah, man, I do it all. Touchdown. Everything. This game over. Come on.
Dismissed. The future, I can see it. Kill them all. Let's fight like demons.
Save yourself!
No.
Enjoy no hidden fees, plus unlimited DVR storage.
No.
With YouTube TV. Try it free.
Keenum loads it up. Patrick, the big receiver, comes down with it. Gets up, nods into the Raider bench.
Shut up! Shut the f up.
An ally has been slain.
They don't like that. They don't like when you clown on them. No. Oh, don't do it. Please don't do it.
36-31 as Wilson begins the drive. Pressure from his left. It's Fowler. He brings it to the turf as Wilson throws it forward. That should be an incompletion and intentional grounding. But for now, Donald runs out of bounds at the 20-yard line as a flag soars. Donald gets to his feet and gives it back.
Again, Aaron Donald, he's 3 yards out of bounds and gets hit in the back. That's going to make anybody riled up and mad.
Get out! 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 You're good. You're good. Don't do anything right now. Go back inside. Go back inside. You're good.
Don't do that. No jam, jam off.
Hey, guys, what's up? Y'all go double team me? No. I ain't did none of y'all. Come on now.
Oh, I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Action soon.
I like that. Oh, I like that. I like it. I like it, Russ. I like it, Russ. I like it, Russ. Hey, hey, 75. I need some more of that. Come on.
You hold him. You better get your signs up, little boy. He's small, baby. Hey, I'll give you $1. You tell me what you're about to run. I'll give you $1. You tell me what you're about to run. Come on, man. $1, I got you. I'm a rookie, man. I ain't got money like y'all.
Your friends need help. We should not leave them alone.
You're the best player. We gotta throw you the ball, bro. That's an action. You need to move.
You have death.
Down. Down.
Sorry, that running back broke my ankle. He broke my ankle.
Down.
broke my ankle so bad. And he broke my ankle, you know what that means? So in basketball, when the guy across the guy over, they say, oh, he broke the ankles because right, my ankles are still in the field, so I might need to get an ankle replacement. I saw that. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, that don't happen often, you know, but, you know, next series, I got to make sure I go recover my ankles.
You cannot save them.
Got past the line. Shut up. Know the rules.
I like you, Jimmy. I like you, Jimmy.
Slain an enemy.
Man, it looked like McCoy late was coming up the middle. Hey, how about this?
I've never seen a defensive lineman apologize.
Silence!
He was apologizing in mid-hit.
What about this?
I've never seen a defensive lineman apologize.
He was apologizing in mid-hit.
What about this?
Hey, 36! I ain't never seen you so hot. That's what kind of coach is. We gonna expose you, boy. All right, we coming at your ass.
Fires deep right side, and the pass is intercepted. LaShawn Sims. LaShawn Sims. What a catch by the kid who graduated from Andre Agassi Prep in Las Vegas, Nevada. I like it.
Your friend needs help.
Hey, come back again. Come back again.
An enemy has been slain.
You good? You be all right. Hey, what that technique down there? You pull? Where you pull? Right here? Yeah. What that was? Well, yeah, you got some technique. Hey, show me that this summer. Where you pull me right here? Hey, get your ass out of here. Hey, where you pull me right here? Right here. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah, because I get picks, you ain't got none. I get picks, you got none. Come on, you right here. Come on, pay attention, man. Here they come. Wait, take Come on, boy.
Wentz in the gun. Wentz goes to a giant up the middle. He's at the 30, the 40, the 50, a giant at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 15.
Man, no, you got that second foot down, bro.
I got both of them.
It ain't look like it.
I tried it. You really have to feel this is a catch. You know I'm toe top.
The whole way. Who's watching him? Who's watching 85? I know, I can't throw it to him because he's getting grabbed. He didn't get grabbed. The whole way he got grabbed. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. More touchdowns than anybody in the history of football, and he gets no calls. None. Ever.
All you refs can do more. We let the refs call the game and we play.
Give me, huh?
Hit me. They hurt your friend. Yeah.
You've heard for yourself what fresh air can do for a mix. You know that to get pro-style mixes, you need world-class production tools from is not enough. Plugins have to work together to make your music sound great. But with over 60 plugins, it's tough to know where to even start. That's why we're giving you 4 pro mix templates for hip-hop, pop, lo-fi, and EDM. These templates show you exactly what plugins to put on each track and how to use them in chains to get massive and clear low end, pro vocals that leap out of the mix, and that overall polish and glue that your mixes need. Neon gives you pristine pop clarity and a smooth finish for in-your-face drums, tight lows, wide synths, and pro vocal chains. Hydra makes modern hip-hop mixes easier than ever. Get punchy drum presets, chains for massive 808s, pro vocal chains, and more.
Off, and this the only way to get it off. Look at whole time been looking and I've been lost.
Lush is a lo-fi producer's dream. It adds warmth and fatness with tons of virtual analog flavor. Kinetic is an EDM powerhouse with massive bass and synth presets, tight drum chains, polished vocal chains, and more. So if you're ready to get those pro-sounding tracks you want, join the All Access Pass now. It comes with all of these mix templates, over $5,000 worth of award-winning plugins, every new royalty-free sample pack, an amazing synth with tons of presets. It also comes with masterclasses and demo sessions from some of the industry's biggest pros, all starting at just $9.99 per month.
Big third down for the Seattle defense. Cam Newton doesn't like what he sees.
Well, it's the second time I think they've waited so long trying to take time off the clock. But by the time they get the play and they get up to the line of scrimmage, there's only 3 seconds left on the play clock. And obviously, Cam Newton is not pleased.
Stewart and Simmons are the safeties to lead there at the top of your screen, covering 2nd down and 6. More links. We've seen a lot already. Into the pile he goes, trying to dig his way. Wolf among them, a couple down there, and Pecco with his hands right around his ankles. Oh, we have a fight on the other side. Look at this. After Crabtree, helmet's being thrown. Talib grabbed it off. Referee is down, and look at holding on to his ribs.
Well, that started with the block. That was Crabtree on Aqib Talib. Remember, there's some history between these two guys, and I think that's really where the fight started. Crabtree actually blocks him off the field.
We have another one right here.
Look at this.
Oh, and a swing right there.
This is crazy because now you're going to get ejected from the game. I mean, this is just selfish. When your own self-interest are more important than the team, then you put yourself and your team at risk. And that's terrible.
Season's Week 17 meeting in Denver. Aqib Talib and Crabtree got into it, and he took that gold chain and ripped it off his neck, snapping it in half. And then moments ago, here's what happened.
Yeah, I think this. Look, watch this block. Look, and it doesn't stop there.
Wow.
I mean, you just knew that this was going to happen.
Crowd is juiced up. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger tosses it too high for Le'Veon Bell.
Well, watch this play by Antonio Brown. Roethlisberger looking the other way, but this frustration here is going to boil over to the sideline. This is a first-class temper tantrum thrown by Antonio Brown. Trying to get cooled down by offensive coordinator Todd Haley. Pulls away. This is a first-class.
is under attack. Your left Phoenix has been
Completed.
destroyed.
There is no stopping our might.
Your Titan is under attack.
No reason to hold back.
Enemy missing right.
Mouth breather.
Save yourself.
To the
Save
death.
yourself.
Please.
Under attack. Your right Phoenix is under attack. Your right Phoenix has been destroyed.
Celestial barrage.
Come on and hit me. That's enough. Hit me. That was a good fight.
You cannot save them.
Let's do this.
2 mouth breathers down. No more killing.
Retreat.
You don't need help. An enemy has been slain.
Retreat. Good game. Retreat. Group up. Please.
Save yourself.
No reason to hold back.
Attack left lane.
It all belongs primordial chaos.
Your Titan is under attack. Your left Phoenix has been destroyed.
We should not leave them alone. They hurt your friends.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
An ally has been slain. You don't need help.
Arise, my child! Blazing energy!
Your Titan is under attack.
Please!
You cannot save them. You don't need help. An enemy has been slain.
Your Titan is under attack.
They went to a bad place.
suffer thee no more. It all belongs to us.
No more Demigorgon.
They need me.
Retreat! Group up.
Your left Phoenix is under attack. Your left Phoenix.
An ally has been slain.
Nice job.
Silence!
A soldier should be prepared. That's enough.
Go, Zoe! Return to base.
Hit me.
How unfortunate. Dismissed.
Class temper tantrum. Sideline. This is a first-class temper tantrum thrown by Antonio Brown. Trying to get cooled down by offensive coordinator Todd Haley. Pulls away from. Trying to get cooled down by offensive coordinator Todd Haley. Pulls away from Haley. Competitive, but you've got to be a little bit more under control on the sidelines. Got to kind of.
Carpenter upset with himself after the extra point try.
Yeah, you know, he was playing the win. Ooh. And that's a direct hit on the schnoz there. He was playing the win. Ooh. And
to the extra point try.
Yeah, you know, he was playing the win. Ooh. And that's a direct hit on the schnoz there. Been a bad couple of seconds there for Carpenter.
Tom steps up, sings one toward the end zone over the head of Edelman. With Jimmy Smith in coverage, and Brady very upset. Then cut one toward the end zone.
There for Carpenter.
Tom steps up, sings one toward the end zone over the head of Edelman. With Jimmy Smith in coverage, and Brady very upset. To the 20-yard line. Brady hasn't lost any competitive fire at age 39, that's for sure.
Ryan floats one, he's got Douglas. And Douglas makes the catch. Remember, this is third down, and that ball moved. Let's take another look.
They called it a catch on the field, so did he actually lose possession? We'll find out now. I'm not sure he did.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down. San Francisco is charged with their first timeout.
Harbaugh goes crazy on the sideline. Green Bay can get the ball back. One first down, it's over. And I don't know how, if you're Green Bay, you come out of this game feeling. I mean, maybe there's your answer. Throwing that surface tablet is Aaron Rodgers. The play was there. Yeah, really well designed. You know, designed it beautifully, and you know, you could have called them for a pick. No flag. So the play would have stood, but pressure just right back into Rodgers' face. He couldn't really see what happened out there and tried getting off of it.
Are you ready?
Yeah! Let's rock!
Go!
We're not here to mess around.
Oh, Mackie, coming for you.
Then it was too late.
Choose him out. Just one time out left for San Fran.
Watching kicker Phil Dawson warming up, you know, he tried about a 61-yarder, wasn't quite as good, but that was going to the opposite end of the field. And for my playing,
Randy Moss has 3 catches for just 23 yards.
Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan getting into it. Handoff for Ward on 3rd and 8. And Ward leaning forward. Flags come down. Oh, there's punching now.
Yeah, Finnegan and Andre Johnson going after it. Both of their helmets were ripped off. And we may have even more action.
Oh, it's continuing. It spills over. That's gotten ugly.
Here's matchup between Odell Beckham and Josh Norman with someone coming over to Odell and calming him down. I'm sitting here watching him pace up and down this sideline, but something that did happen this time around, his quarterback Eli Manning coming over, his wide receivers coach Adam Henry getting in his face, grabbing him and telling him to knock it off.
What we were saying in that instance, that we were trying to be positive, that was funny, and I don't mean this to be sarcastic or pointed, but I mean, that went out on Monday Night Television. A lot of fans talking about it right now is a big problem with this team. Can you put text what was going on at that moment? What caused you?
What Deuce and I talk about is nobody else's business.
But why was something funny when you're down 18 points in the 4th quarter?
It wasn't funny. I wasn't laughing about anything.
Grabbing him and telling
but it wasn't. I don't want to go out there and get bit off. I don't go out there and laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny to me. I don't want to go out there.
Is this what you were talking about? Yeah, you're going to see Josh is like, you had the end cut. He was open. And Tom's like, you know what? I know he was open. Yeah. Is this what you were talking about? Yeah, you're going to see Josh is like, you had the end cut. He was open. And Tom's like, you know what? I know he was open. You know what? I know he was open. I know it. I'm just Tom. I'm just telling you.
I'm glad it's that civilized.
Yeah,
I always wonder.
It's so nice right in those situations. When you miss something like that, you don't want to and the coach is like, man, we had the perfect play. He designed it, spent all week going over it, and then you miss it, and he's like, gotta hit it. And you're like, I know. You think I wanted to miss? You didn't want to be risky with the throw because he knew he was just a hair late.
Let's take a look. Yeah, it's just that calf grabbing again on him, Joe, and it's something that he's going to have to do. Well, he gets stepped on right at the end of that play. I didn't catch that, and it looks like maybe that's what it was. Twice he gets stepped on. That's Sue.
This happened about a moment ago in the Bengals-Jags game. It looks like a standard play. A.J. Green and Jalen Ramsey, 2 stars on their respective sides of the football, get into a huge fight, and everybody goes at it. Now, you see the players running into it. That's A.J. Green and Jalen Ramsey, 2 stars on their respective sides of the football, get into a huge fight, and everybody goes at it. Now, you see the players running into it. That's A.J. Green and Jalen Ramsey at the bottom of the pile. A.J. Green throwing several punches, and I'm going to show you a replay in a moment that he tried a chokehold on Jalen Ramsey. Watch. So Ramsey will push him down. Ramsey pushed down A.J. Green. Green throws him in a chokehold, rips him back down, and is throwing punches.
Here is 2nd and 15. Handoff is to Vereen, able to stay upright and picks up a first down. And there's Beckham again. Upright and 2nd and 15. Handoff is to Vereen, able to stay upright and picks up a first down. And there's Beckham again, able to stay upright and picks up a 15. Handoff is to Vereen, able to stay upright and picks up a first down. And there's Beckham again. What is going on? Watch the end of this play. That's not it. It's here. Watch the end of this play. Watch the end of this play. That's not it. It's here. And they go head to head. Then North. That's not it. It's here. they go head-to-head, then Norman gets in. It's here. And they go head-to-head, then Norman gets in. It's here. And they go head-to-head, then that's not it. It's here. And they go head-to-head, then that's not it. It's here. And they go head-to-head, then Norman gets in with a knee into the
for New York.
And they go head-to-head. That's not it. It's here. And they go head-to-head, then Norman gets in with a knee into the and they go head-to-head, then Norman gets in. It's here. And they go head-to-head. That's not it. It's here. And they go head-to-head, then Norman gets in with a knee into the
for New York. McCown, moving pocket. McCown, nothing going on that side. McCown spins away. McCown, desperation throw. And a flag down.
They're going to get Nelson for holding.
McCown just bought time, hoping something would develop. And Marcus Peters took the ball and chucked it into the stands.
So that's 3 penalties potentially on this play against the Chiefs.
He took the flag. The flag ended up in the stands.
I have never seen that before in my life. Have you? Like conduct for this act by Marcus Peters.
Yes, Peters just hoisted the flag.
And the hat comes off because the official was out of flags.
2nd down and 19. McCoy gets the snap, throws downfield, intercepted, Dempsey.
You big fat. That's a money. That's it. Look at this rep. I promise you. You hear me? Look at this rep. I promise you. You hear me? Look at this rep. I promise you. That's it. Look at this rep. I promise you. You hear me? I promise you. That's it. Look at this rep. I promise you. You hear me? Look at this rep. I promise you. You hear me?
Fishing with the helmet off, and he'll go to the sideline.
Looks like he's bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, he's bleeding a lot.
You guys better pay for this plastic surgery, Bill. You know how this happened. I laid their guard out. I lay him out. He gets up and like tries to hit me again. I promise you. I lay him out. He gets up and like tries to hit me again. I promise you. I lay. You guys better pay for.
He's
I promise you.
Throws downfield, intercepted, Dempsey.
You big fat. That's a. You big fat. That's a. That's it. Look at this rep. I promise you. You hear me? That's it. Look at this rep. I promise you. Look at this rep. I promise you. Look at this rep. I promise you. That's it. Look at this rep. I promise you. Look at this rep. I promise you. You hear me?
Fishing with the helmet off, and he'll go to the sideline.
Looks like he's bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, he's bleeding a lot.
You guys better pay for this plastic surgery, Bill. You know how this happened. I laid their guard out. I lay him out. He gets up and like tries to hit me again. I promise you. I headbutt him with no helmet. He just looks like me like this. He just looks like me like this. Headbutt him with no helmet. Like tries to hit me again. I promise you. I headbutt him with no helmet. I promise you. I headbutt him out. He gets up and like tries to hit me again. I promise you. I lay him out. He gets up and like tries to hit me again. I promise you. I headbutt him with no helmet. him out. He gets up and like tries to hit me again. I punch him. I headbutt him with no helmet. He just looks like me like this. I'm just keeping my helmet on for the rest of the game. I look like a psycho.
To come on after that 100-yard performance in the win last Sunday. Foles going end zone, right back to Kelsey, who thought that he was interfered with in the back of the end zone. No flag. Mukamara, who missed on that interception early in the game, was there on the coverage.
Kelsey saying that they turned him and hooked him away from the ball right there. That hit around the neck. He was hit before the ball arrived. Now, the official may have said that ball was too high for Kelsey. Oh, Kelsey is hot. Now he's ejected from the game. He's out. There must have been some verbal confrontation. He was hot. In terms of whatever he said to the official was not warranted. And Andy Reid's not going to be happy with this.
Let's send you down to the field and Aaron Andrews.
Joe, thank you so much. Richard, let me ask you the final play. Take me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't you ever talk about me.
Who was talking about you?
Crabtree, don't you open your mouth about the best. Or I'm going to shut it for you real quick. LOB.
All right, before... And Joe, back over to you.
All right, well, we saw...
I get it, but Monday night...
Here's your quarterback running again, and a little extracurricular activity by Alec Ogletree, and some of the 49ers going to let him know about it.
Everything about this, Boomer, is undisciplined on the Rams. Everything is offensive. Everything that happens in these little chippy endeavors always end up being... If you're going to be one of the great players...
Hey, I'm Carl. He's the best, right? I'm here to bet on hockey and stuff. Oh my God, they're up by 2. Hey, I'm Carl.
More than at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive. And then going into the end zone is Steve gets hit. Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive. Play here. More than at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then. More than at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive. And then going into the end zone is Steve Gregory, who's had an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown.
McNabb loading up deep for Deshaun Jackson. He hauled it in. Oh, wow. Did he get over the goal line? Did he get over the goal line? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
Was it a backward pass and the ball dead
After
there?
review, the runner lost control of the football prior to going into the end zone.
Turns it loose. Will Tye is a good target. He's got to win on that route, and he gives up. And Beckham's headbutting equipment on the sidelines. He hits the kicking net, takes another shot to the head.
Is huge. Yeah, we talk about the, having big wide receivers and Terrell Owens, how strong he is. Big wide, huge. Yeah, we talk about the, having big wide receivers and Terrell Owens, how strong is huge. Yeah, we talk about the, having big wide receivers and Terrell Owens, how strong he is. Yeah. I mean, he just took Deion Sanders and just put him down.
He's got him to jump. Yes, he did.
I mean, he just
kicking net, takes another shot to the head.
Is huge. Yeah, we talk about the, having big wide receivers and Terrell Owens, how strong he is. Yeah. I mean, he just took Deion Sanders and just put him down.
He's got him to jump. Yes, he did. He gives it to Henry. Henry trying to get to the outside. The defender, Josh Norman, to his backside.
Plexico Burris is a real nice player, the wide receiver, but you know what? Showboat later, will you please? He's not touched here, and so, hey, I made a great catch. Guess what? It's a live ball. Ridiculous. Danny Clark of the Jaguars picks it up. It's a fumble, and he returns it to the Steeler 27. Now, you can see what happened. Burris wasn't touched. I know he thought he was, but you just don't do this. Not there.
Just don't do it. You hold on to the football at all costs until you hear the whistle.
4th down and 5. Brady, pass is broken up, incomplete, and the Chicago Bears are going to take over. DeAndre Houston Carson was there for Chicago.
I don't know if Brady, I think the way Brady reacted and hold up his foot, I think he thought it was 3rd down.
Juju Smith-Schuster's made a habit out of posting videos dancing on the opposing team's logos, sharing it with his TikTok followers. And tonight was no exception. There's some pressure from the Bengals. Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster is... There's some pressure from the Bengals. Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster is... And the whistle is blown.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 4th down.
Von Bell not messing around.
And this kick.
Schuster is blown up. And the whistle is blown.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 4th down.
Von Bell not messing around.
And this kick is blocked. Yepremian has it. Throws a pass up for the ball. It's Mike Bass. He's running away for a touchdown. Mike Bass scores. Here's Yepremian. He lost the ball out of his hands, and it flops into the hands of Mike Bass.
Dante Stallworth catches it, stays in bounds. He's going to have to score on this one, and he's got a chance. Getting a couple of blocks, laterals it over to Michael Lewis. Back to McAllister. Still alive.
Oh,
and they got it. Jerome Payton with the catch. He dives into the end zone for the touchdown. Here's Mitch Berger, the holder. And he missed it. Can you believe that finish?
Ryan airs it out all alone. Juggled. Incomplete. Jones wide open.
First time today, and the punt. My gosh, it's into the stands. Look out left. The rush made him do it. It's a 10-yard punt. Look out left. It's into the first time today, and the punt. My gosh, it's into the stands. Look out left. The rush made him do it. It's a 10-yard punt.
Handoff, Henry. Henry takes it to the outside. Oh, the stiff arm twice on Thomas, and he's out of bounds. First down run for Derrick Henry.
Throws, completes it to Kilmer up at the 30-yard line. Kilmer driving for the first down, losing the football. It's picked up by Jim Marshall, who's running the wrong way. Marshall is running the wrong way, and he's running it into the end zone the wrong way. Thinks he scored a touchdown. He has scored a safety. His teammates were running along the far side of the field, Russ, trying to tell him to back.
Wide receiver just dominate in the blocking game for a running back. Look at this. 6'5", picking on Terrence Newman, the 10-year veteran for the National.
Hi, my name is Justin, and I'm a Best Buy home expert. Today we're going to talk about prepaid wireless services. Unlike traditional services where you pay after you've used them, prepaid allows you to pay before. That way, you know the cost up front, so there aren't any surprises later, like overages, activation, or cancellation fees. Also, prepaid options typically don't require contracts, credit checks, or deposits. That way, if your needs or budget change, so can your cell service. Prepaid allows more freedom to change. For example, if you move to a new area and don't get great reception from a certain provider, you can easily switch to another. And you can adjust based on your wireless usage. So if you plan on using less data 1 month because you'll mostly be home using Wi-Fi, then you might want to get a less expensive data plan for that period of time. On the other hand, if you plan on traveling a lot in the next month, you might want to prepay for more data. The best part is that prepaid service offers the same 4G LTE and 5G signals as other carriers. And that's because they use the very same cell towers, only without the overhead cost. And those savings get passed down to you. Pretty great, right? We'll walk through a few terms that I'll explain as we go, but for now, just know this. In order to use prepaid service, you need a prepaid service plan, a compatible phone, and a SIM card. Now let's get into it, starting with prepaid services. Physical cards like this can be purchased in-store or online, or you can purchase a digital download of the codes online. There's a huge variety of prepaid plans based on
football league.
Back across the middle, and he's intercepted. Porter. The return by Porter, and he's brought down. Instead, he tries to make a play. This is the cardinal sin for any quarterback, throwing back across the grain as you're rolling to your right.
It's a pretty good level of play. Jared Brown running out of the pressure and making like Michael Vick, and
Hawkins was back in there after missing a couple of games. That ball back.
Jared Brown running out of the pressure and making like Michael Vick, and
Hawkins was back in there after missing a couple of games. That ball bounces around, and it's intercepted.
Not sure he had control coming forward. Yeah, that's a fumble right there. Not an interception, but the result is the same, a turnover.
Here comes Jared Allen, and he's out of bounds. Poor guy, I don't even know if he realized it. And that's a safety.
You have to realize, and you can see him, he didn't even know he was out of bounds. Tough situation for a young quarterback.
Since against this group. A shame. This punt goes nowhere on the foot of Martin. And let's see where they mark it. Henry.
Look at that stiff arm. Lions, we are always concerned anytime anyone gets hurt. But Stephen Tulloch gets a sack on Aaron Rodgers. In an attempt to mock Rodgers, he does the discount. Aaron's concerned anytime anyone gets hurt. But Stephen Tulloch, Lions, we are always concerned anytime anyone gets hurt. But Stephen Tulloch gets a sack on Aaron Rodgers. In an attempt to mock Rodgers, he does the discount double check and ends up tearing up his knee.
Takes the snap. Robinson lost the football. What is that on 4th and 1?
He was going to throw it. He was going to be the quarterback.
Everyone knows about Andy Reid. Brian Flores is really ramping up.
3rd and 12, they got Mahomes. My goodness, that might be the sack of the year. Jerome Baker knocks him down at the 3-yard line. That's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood. Yes, 30 yards.
It's Lynch. Runs over a defender. I mean, he knocked over the great Jarrell Case.
Doug Peterson to hold. Blocked. The Cowboys will win.
Wait a minute.
Will was in the end zone. No one covered it, and Miami did. That could be a touchdown if Miami has covered it.
Watch what happens. It's Leon left. No!
Oh, Lett, who is haunted by a Super Bowl misplay.
Colt Anderson is behind him, and what in the world?
There is absolutely no way possible that they should have snapped that ball and tried to sneak it. There were 3, 4, 5 guys around 2 players.
Bring a positive energy to this group. Ryan trying to take the check down and got intercepted.
What in the world?
There is absolutely no way possible that they should have snapped.
Behind him.
By a Super Bowl misplay.
Colt Anderson is behind him, and what in the world?
There is absolutely no way possible that they should have snapped that ball and tried to sneak it. There were 3, 4, 5 guys around 2 players.
Bring a positive energy to this group. Ryan trying to take the check down and got intercepted by Shy Tuttle. Positive energy to this group. Ryan trying to take the check down and got intercepted by Shy Tuttle.
The rookie out of Tennessee. Step and take down and got intercepted by Shy Tuttle. The rookie out of Tennessee. Stiff arms Ryan. Flag down as he's down inside the 20. And Ryan flag down as he's down inside the 20. Adding injury to the insult of the D lineman interception.
A lot of time, all the time he needed. Chase finally out of the pocket by left, and now Chase Brown's going to take off. He just ran over. It was Deion Sanders.
Yeah. And a kicker who's
over the pocket by left, and now Chase Brown's going to take all the time he needed. Chase finally out of the pocket by left, and now Chase Brown's going to take off. He just ran over. It was Deion Sanders.
Yeah. And a kicker who's never missed an extra point in his career. Justin Tucker. Are you kidding me? The first miss in his career, kicking extra points, and it comes at a time he had made 222 consecutive extra.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big
Extra point time he had made here. The first miss in his career. The first miss in his career, kicking extra points, and it comes at a time he had made 222 consecutive extra points.
The 12, Jones keeps, gets a block, takes off, and he is gone. Trying to stay upright, and he trips. Absolutely all alone, and he trips. Going to the end zone, absolutely upright. Take
points.
The 12, Jones keeps, gets a block, takes off, and he is gone. Trying to stay upright, and he trips. Absolutely all alone, and he trips. Going to the end zone and ends up carrying it as it is.
Rushing 4, ball comes out of the hands of Newton. It's on the ground and still on. Rushing 4, ball comes out of the hands of Newton. Rushing 4, ball comes out of the hands of Newton. It's on the ground and still on the ground. Ball comes out of the hands of Newton. It's on the ground and still on the ground. Ball comes out of the hands of Newton. It's on the ground and still on the ground. Picked up by T.J. Ward at the 4-yard line.
Cam Newton decides not to dive in there. And
he backed away from it. He jumped away instead of jumping into the pile.
And now you got to flip back here to Danny Amendola, who throws, and it's Brady who can't haul it in. Here to Danny Amendola, who throws, and it's Brady. And now you got to flip back here to Danny Amendola, who throws, and it's Brady who can't haul it in. So Brady was free, looks over his shoulder, trickery and deceit, 4th down.
This off for the 2-minute warning. A little surprise. Falls back, throws. Intercepted. It went right through Jeffrey's hands. It's Lattimore.
Two to go in the half. Fitzpatrick over the middle. There is Marshall. Wide open. Drops the ball. Eagles pick it up. They've got. There is Marshall. Wide open. Drops the ball. Fitzpatrick over the middle. There is Marshall. Wide open. Drops the ball. Eagles pick it up. They've got the turnover. Marshall had it, was wide open, and then just dropped it, and Jordan Hicks, the rookie, picked it up, and Philadelphia in business.
He didn't drop it, he tried to pitch it. Brandon Marshall with a tremendous play. They move him to the slot.
Ravens respond. That thing went half a yard, then he just drills it down the field.
That was bad.
And 2 penalties are down.
That is a swing and a miss.
Brady steps up. Try and run for it. Makes a move. Brady steps up. Try and run.
Swing and a miss.
Brady steps up. Try and run for it. Makes a move on Urlacher and has a 1st down.
4 Super Bowls, 6 AFC championships. You?
Award-winning customer service, up to 30% off your auto insurance with Safe Pilot, made for the military community.
And who else?
So you've got your own business, and you're doing everything you can to promote it. The marketing doesn't always have to be so...
So he drives it deep over the head of Harris. Let's see if they can pin it inside the 10. As good job by the coverage unit. Harris says, I'm going to play. As good job by the coverage unit. Harris, they can pin it inside the 10. So he drives it deep over the head of Harris. Let's see if they can pin it inside the 10. As good job by the coverage unit. Harris says, I'm going to play this because I can. And look at the return he gets. What a smart move by Harris as he gets free. How about it, Raider Nation? This was Yiadom looking to pin this. And then Harris says, I will gladly take it and go.
That's just a smart play by Dwayne Harris.
The Cowboys are out of timeouts. So the Eagles will keep it on the ground and run it with Westbrook. And that will watch Westbrook take a seat at the 1, and they'll just hang on to the football and let the clock run a seat. We'll watch Westbrook take a seat at the 1, and they'll just hang on to the football and let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning. So Westbrook is willing to forego the touchdown, which would have made it a 2-score game. But he takes a seat at the 1. 2 minutes left.
Hurrah.
Make sure you can pick it up.
Tannehill floats it down for Wallace, and it is. Is it intercepted? They say Cole has the feet down. How about McCourty tapping the ball to his teammate?
What a play. That is beautiful. The football hangs in the air. McCourty knows he can't get down.
Here they come. Ryan gets rid of it, and Jason Snelling has the Falcons first down. They lose the football. What a save by Rashad Johnson. Wow. Somewhat the recovery, but what a save by Greg Toller.
Presence.
An unbelievable play by Toller. Acho knocked the ball away from Snelling.
His foot is inbounds. Is he still inbounds? Probably
it was close.
Peyton still has the football. Can you believe it? Peyton Manning runs it in for the touchdown.
Some bootlegs and running formations.
You ready for this? His first rushing touchdown in 5 years.
A so-called rival can't beat them.
Yes, but yesterday that all changed for your beloved Volunteers. That's a live ball. How about that? Now let's take a look here. A penalty flag is thrown on the far side.
What he was doing to make a good play. He did know what he was doing. Watch Ty Montgomery. See how he deliberately gets out of bounds, make sure he's out, and then touches the football. He knew the rule. Out of bounds, he touches the ball. That makes it an out-of-bounds kick. They get the ball on the 40-yard line.
Hard throw. Look at that! What a play! What a play! The punter taking the snap. And then the toss. Zone for a touchdown to the place kicker, Jason Sanders.
Come on. Oh, man.
So it's the punter slash holder to the kicker for a Dolphins touchdown.
I have never seen this. Oh, my God. What a very cool play. Watch Hawk. There's nobody here. I mean, where's he going to go? He's going to try to run this ball? Not quite. There's too many Eagle defenders. But watch your kicker. Man, I'm just going to block it. No, I'm not.
6-yard line, that's where we begin with Mahomes on a blitz. He's rolling. Mahomes in trouble, throws back across his body. Oh, and a flip to McCoy for Kelsey. Look at this. McCoy in the open field. That was sick. Inside the 15.
How about Travis Kelce, the wherewithal, and a really nice flip?
How about this play, though? What do you think he's going to do?
He's going to put you guys. These guys practice this and practice out there. I play like this. This is what they do.
I think from a quarterback perspective, watch this from the first half. Look at Mahomes' eyes and head. He's looking to the right and throws it all the way across left. And he did that the same throw. Look at him. He's looking right. He throws it left. Really, really looking right. Not exactly.
Bounces near the 10. Chase to the end zone. Oh, 2 diving attempts. And they never touch the end line. And then it's down.
Get set.
Third down, and this will be more than enough for a first down. And Gurley will just shut it down inside the 5 to run out the clock. He could have taken that to the end zone. They run it to Gurley, gets the first down and more. And Gurley will get to the end zone. He's going to run cross pass. Look at this. I tell you, we saw him do it earlier this year. This is the single most unselfish superstar player I have ever seen in my life. He did the same thing against the Green Bay Packers earlier this year. When most guys are going to try to pad their stats with a touchdown, look at this by Gurley.
And this is just awareness and understanding. Now watch right here. It's a good job blocking by that offensive line. Ziggy Ansah gets himself up in the hole. He's creating that scene. You go back to the end zone and you see Gurley understanding the situation in the game and force the Lions to use their timeouts.
Onside kick try. McAfee recovers his own kick. They're the only team in the league this year to successfully get an onside kick recovery, and they've now got 3 on the year. The only team in the league.
Outside and running into his own man, Diggs. So the play is still alive.
Man, what a play by Jair Alexander.
Find out why this kid is so high. Watch this. He's going to run right through Thielen into you rock. Going to run right through Thielen into 10. He's going to run right through Thielen into 10. He's going to run right through Thielen into 10.
The move. Dixon. Dixon's going to run. Dixon looking for the first down, and he's got it.
Are you kidding me?
Fake punt.
Well, watch the blocking. Look, it's just well designed. You see?
Be right back. Be careful. Number high.
Get set.
On my way.
I'll hit you.
Be right back.
has been slain. You cannot save them.
Wow.
Not like this.
Be right back. Wait. Cancel that.
save them. An enemy has been slain. You don't need help.
Catch her if you can.
Your friends need help.
A beautiful dog. It's a
Bitches.
This is only the beginning.
Do not leave them alone.
Challenge is under attack. That was a close one. is under attack. Your left tower is under attack.
They hurt your friends. You cannot save them.
Nice job.
No more killing.
That's too bad. Attack!
Your friends need help.
Be careful. Be careful.
Not leave them alone.
A beautiful dance.
An ally has been
Catch her if you can.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Your left Phoenix is under attack.
The moon grows brighter with this.
You cannot save them.
Nice job. Retreat! On my way.
An enemy has been slain. You cannot save them. An enemy has been slain.
I will not be killed so easily.
They hurt your friends.
Sorry. Retreat! Okay. Your left Phoenix is under attack. Your right tower is under attack. Your right tower has been destroyed.
It's my blade! You cannot save them. An ally has been slain. Has been slain. You cannot save them. Your friends need help.
Retreat!
We should not leave them alone. That was a bad idea. An enemy has been slain.
Beware the shifting sands.
You don't need help.
That was close.
Beware the shifting sands. Be careful. Beware the shifting sands. Be careful. You rock. Attack the Titan! On my way. They didn't hold anything back. Good.
Get served.
Your left Phoenix is under attack. Even
No more Demigod.
I was still hungry.
Energy.
breeders down. Triple kill. You don't need help. They killed 4. They are in the upside down. Get them all.
Good game. You rock.
See the long snapper right there come out and set the edge just in case there's a guy there.
Morgan Cox, the snapper, and Cook. No one's rushing him. Flags come down. Nobody has even come close to Cook, who goes to the back of the end zone as time expires. But there will be holding probably called on the play. Safety. So there's the activity. You got a hold there, you got a hold there, you got a hold there.
It's a takedown, a bunch of takedowns.
There are multiple fouls on the play against the offense for holding. The result of the play is a safety. That 2 points will count, and by rule, there is no extension, so the game is over.
Well, that's it.
Ryan punting it away. Austin back deep. And the punt taken on the far side by Stedman Bailey. Bailey down the sideline, and he will take it all the way. The Seahawks were faked out by Austin.
Now watch to the other side. They're going to make it look like the ball has drifted to the right. Look at the Seahawks chasing it.
And the ball lands up top here on the 10-yard line. Even faked our cameraman out.
The play is
called on the.
And you see
why this kid is so highly thought.
Outside and running into his own man, Diggs, so the play is still alive.
Man, what a play by Jair Alexander. You want to find out why this kid is so highly thought of? Watch this one. He's going to run right through Thielen into Diggs.
Dixon's going to run. Dixon looking for the first down, and he's got it.
Are you kidding me?
Fake punt.
Well, watch the blocking. Look, it's just well designed. You see the long snapper right there come out and set the edge just in case there's a guy there.
Morgan Cox, the snapper, and Cook. No one's rushing him. Flags come down. Nobody has even come close to Cook, who goes to the back of the end zone as time expires. But there will be holding probably called on the play. Safety. So there's the activity. You got a hold there, you got a hold there, you got a hold. Flags come down. Nobody has even come close to Cook, who goes to the back of the end zone as time expires. Even one's rushing him. Morgan Cox, the snapper, and Cook. No one's rushing him. Flags come down. Nobody has even come close to Cook, who goes to the back of the end zone as time expires. But there will be holding probably called on the play. Safety. So there's the activity. You got a hold there, you got a hold there, you got a hold there.
It's a takedown, a bunch of takedowns.
There are multiple fouls on the play against the offense for holding. The result of the play is a safety. That 2 points will count, and by rule, there is no extension, so the game is over.
Well, that's it.
Ryan punting it away. Austin back deep. And the punt taken on the far side by Stedman Bailey. Bailey down the sideline, and he will take it all the way. The Seahawks were faked out by Austin.
Now watch to the other side. They're going to make it look like the ball has drifted to the right. Look at the Seahawks chasing it.
And the ball lands up top here on the 10-yard line. Even faked our cameraman out.
And takes the safety with 4 seconds to go.
We're going to spike it. No, he fakes everybody. Look at the line fake. It's a touchdown to Ingram. One of the oldest plays in the look. Watch this, Todd. Get down. I'm just going to throw the ball down. Don't worry about it. Watch the offensive eye. We're just throwing it down. We're not really blocking. Or are we? Trickery. Touchdown. Victory.
Got a mission for us?
Well, they got the Cowboys that time. They've been throwing that wide receiver screen to Antonio Brown so often, and then they got it in behind him. Here's a fake spike. Brown, touchdown!
People with ADHD save 10 hours studying with this Chrome extension. But no, by all means, go ahead.
Spike, receiver screen to Antonio Brown so often, and then they got it in behind him. Here's a fake spike. Brown, touchdown! Pittsburgh!
That makes Green Bay a much better football team. Randall Cobb. Gonna let this one roll, and he's gonna down that. That's a brilliant play by Cobb. By standing out of bounds, he took the kickoff out of bounds. They'll get the ball at the 40-yard line. A brilliant play by Randall Cobb. This is a little quirk in the rules. Watch him. He's going to step out of bounds first. That puts the ball out of bounds. That's a penalty, and they'll bring it up to the 40.
You know, there's something inherently wrong with that rule. You know that?
It is the rule, and give credit. In this age, we see a lot of people who don't know the rules. Randall Cobb knew the rule and took advantage of it.
That says you could almost take a safety. You're going to have to kick. That would make it a 3-point game. You're still going to have to kick, and then you're trying to stop Denver defensively. Just a thought.
That's not a bad thought,
yeah,
and they did it.
That's what they did. Yep. That's what they did. It hit the goalpost. That's a safety. So that's exactly what they were thinking. And it's a good thought because you're going to have to kick anyway. You're going to have to get the ball back anyway. It's a 3-point game, so a field goal will still tie the game.
Because you usually snap the ball to the punter and then let him just step out of bounds. That one was just snapped at 12 o'clock. One thing, as a coach, you never want to see that ball coming out there at 12 o'clock.
Gordon just going to run it around and take a safety. Unless the clock just simply runs out. Nobody's trying to tackle it. Not exactly an elixir of immortality.
One-score game, Leon Washington. Looking for the return. Kick toward the sideline, and it stays in the field of play. Washington saying, wait a minute, I was standing out of bounds, so I grabbed the ball. Yeah, he wants the kick being ruled out of bounds, put the ball at the 40.
That is Mike Westhoff, deep special teams
Kickoff out of bounds. The receiving team player was out of bounds.
That's up.
When he touched the ball. By rule, but as a kickoff out of bounds, the ball is placed at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Westhoff loving that. And Leon Washington just knows so many different ways to make a big play. Difference maker.
Oh, that is really, he knew he was in trouble. The ball didn't go out of bounds. So how about that? The presence of mind to stick that right foot out there, get it out of bounds, and then make his first initial contact with the football once he's done that. Biggest difference in football here.
Culpepper with time running out here in the first half. All kinds of time, going to throw it deep for Moss. Pulls it at the 10-yard line. Flips it over his head. This is a touchdown. The 10-yard line. All kinds of time, going to throw it deep for Moss. Pulls it at the 10-yard line. Flips it over his head. This is a touchdown.
You cannot save them.
are looking for some sort of a flag that's going to save them. There is none.
Pass. No, it is not. You can really see very clearly that he throws it backwards. Presence of mind by Randy Moss. Oh, that's
high-hanging, spiraling punt, touchback. Barnhart could not pull it up short of the end zone.
I think the way the returns have been going in this game, I'd just as soon. Wait a minute, what's going on out here? They down the ball. This is going to be a touchdown. That is one of the most unbelievable plays I've ever seen. They never downed the ball. It was sitting in the end zone.
Boy, that is heads-up football by Bailey. I guarantee you, he was the only one on the field that knew what was going on. Bailey's 28.
Look at the bounce. That's a rare bounce. I mean, nobody. Look at this. Watch.
Look at this. Nobody is even looking at him. Barnhart's walking off. He unsnaps his helmet.
Look, you see the officials going by? They were the only ones with him.
Not the best hair tutorial. At least you can watch it on the best. Cox Internet, #1 for streaming video, according to Nielsen data.
Chocolate, dirty glass. Everyone calls me a tough cookie. Born in the oven, feet to the fire. But I got out. I ran. I survived. I lived to tell the tale. And it wasn't pretty. With just a cane to my name, I baked it till I made it. And let me tell you, I was in over my gingerbread head. But as luck would have it, I batched up with some tough cookies. Real tough cookies. United together, we were more than ready to kick molasses all over Cookie Run Kingdom. But our plan crumbled.
Dante Stallworth catches it, stays in bounds. He's going to have to score on this one. And he's got a chance. Getting a couple of blocks. Laterals it over to Michael Lewis. Back to McAllister. Still alive. And they got it. Jerome Payton with the catch. And he dives into the end zone. Here's Mitch Berger to hold it. And he missed it.
Mayfield. The Joker tries to leap, and he does right into the grass, but they push him in. Touchdown!
Osweiler protected, nowhere to throw it until now. What a catch, and now batted around and caught by Parker. In and out of the hands of Grant.
TJ Jones to his left, he looks right, he throws right, a little high, but Ross comes down, popped up in the air, and it's picked off. This could go for the Bills. And it will, it's Ron Brooks. See you later. Have the ball, but when he comes down, it never touches the ground. That should be an interception.
Red snap to Tom, back to throw. The rush, he steps up into the pocket, starts to run with it. Avoids one man, dives for a first down. Guess who he avoided? Well, what the...
Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. And it's Matthews, and he gets stopped, fumbles. Ball picked up by Rashad Johnson, fumble back. Touchdown. And this will be a San Diego touchdown. And there the interception in the end zone by McDougal. And now Seattle with Carson. Oh, goodness, he landed on his feet. He's still up. That was insane. Carson upended, came down. Bouncing ball fielded at the 25.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
Oh, look at this. This is Anthony. The right guard. The right guard. Still going to the 4-yard line.
Unbelievable. Here's Hilton blitzing off the slot again. Passer Hopkins. Oh, my goodness. Did he catch that? Did he catch that? That's the touchdown catch of the year, if that's good.
They're down at 8. Watson. Pass downfield. And what a catch. Oh, God. DeAndre Hopkins. Time starts at the 1 and looking for a little breathing room, and they get that and plenty more. Derrick Henry still going. Stays in bounds. He might go. 99 yards. Stays when they get Ray Hopkins. Time starts at the 1 and looking for a little breathing room, and they get that and plenty more. Derrick Henry still going. Stays in bounds. He might go. Stays in bounds. He might go. 99 yards.
Foles gets it down. He'll look out, and it is deflected and caught by Torrey Smith. He gets to the 50 only, and now they're going to have to take their final timeout.
In with time. Throws to the end zone, and he's intercepted on the goal line. Lewis intercepted, lost the football. Flacco stepping up and throwing deep down the far sideline. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacoby Jones.
Pocket collapsing, Ryan rolling, looking, just going to throw it deep for Jones, double coverage. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown!
There's a second down and 4. Jackson takes it himself, looking and talking back and forth. Oh, he broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage, and he's got a touchdown.
You're in need of 6 and not 3. Mariota to the line of scrimmage, maybe across the line. It deflects back to him for a touchdown for the moment.
Barber better be careful. They've got him in the end zone. Hassani Samuel has a shot. Now Green, how does he escape? Unbelievable run by Marion Barber to save 2 points.
When the Saints have the ball. Oh, look at this run. What a run. Marshawn Lynch still on his feet. Has blockers now. He's dancing his way for the touchdown.
Misdirection, set up the screen to Maurice Jones-Drew, cuts it back to the center of the field. Still on his feet. Oh my goodness, Maurice Jones-Drew.
Not returned one for a touchdown this year. Waits. And it's a line drive kick. Jackson bobbles it and now has to try and recover. Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding? Deshaun Jackson still not in, and now in for the touchdown. No flags. On the right side of the Patriots offensive line, pass is picked. Intercepted, Robert Alford. He's gone. There are no flags, and the Falcons add to their lead. Alford with a pick 6. Toss to White. Toss to White. He's in. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Almost trapped here, and he throws one behind him. Pete Retzlaff got that ball, goes to the 34.
Is the running back. Play action. And Manning's going to heave one. There's a flag. Beckham, a one-handed catch. How in the world?
Oh, my goodness.
And
open. Jackson drops it, and Polamalu almost makes the interception. Back to Jackson, drops it, and Polamalu almost makes the interception. Back they play on the field as if he did. I thought it hit the ground. Polamalu is still on his feet. He's able to shake free from 3 hits and still going. Now he falls on his own. So we'll have to examine this and see if it's a pick.
Unbelievable. What a catch.
Wow.
And a bruised knee. 4th down, Craig fumbles it.
That ball's free. Craig gets it back, looks in the end zone, wide open. Oh, free. And a bruised knee. Fourth down, Craig bobbles it. That ball's free. Craig gets it back, looks in the end zone, wide open. Oh, unbelievable! Wow, Danny Green.
That pass is complete. Hilton, 50, cuts it back inside the 35-yard line. And he continues to go. Let's see if he was whistled down. I believe he was whistled down at about the 33, but he's celebrating a touchdown.
Carr, pump fakes, now throwing deep. Jones along the sideline, comes back to make the catch. Ball comes out. Jones picks it up. At the 20, he loses it again. Ball is loose. And the Texans fall on it for a touchback.
Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator, you got a busted play here, and then Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator, you got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose.
Gannon steps into it. Pass is caught. Diggs, sideline, touchdown. I'm gonna go, and it looks like it's on a tee. If you tee the ball up, you couldn't put.
Favre lays it up for Freeman, and it's incomplete. Or did he make the catch at the 15? Yes. What are they going to rule? That he caught it? Touchdown! He did what?
Back of Antonio Freeman. Watch it, right on his left. Watch his left arm bring the ball up in the air, and he plays through the field 6 inches off the grass. What a unbelievable awareness.
Orton pumps again to the sideline. Batted up. Oh, God! Stokely down the sideline. Can they catch him? Stokely! Wow! Touchdown! Denver! Unbelievable! Oh, my goodness!
Tannehill will throw it, and this will end it after the shovel, or will it? Miami running around, circling. Oh, look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle. Touchdown! Oh, Kenyon Drake! A miracle!
Stream 85 plus channels and save up to $500 a year with YouTube TV. Try it free.
Devotion can quickly turn dangerous, whether it's focused on famous actors, musicians, or athletes. And some obsessive stalkers have taken their fandom way too far. These are the celebrities who were murdered by their own fans. On December 8, 1980, Beatles legend and rock icon John Lennon, who had eerily predicted his own death, was shot 5 times in the back outside his Manhattan apartment building by former Beatles fan Mark David Chapman. Why? We still don't know.
There are flowers against the gate. People are chanting, singing. Candles are lit. It is raining. Many are here to mourn John Lennon.
According to The Independent, Chapman has given many conflicting reasons as to why he killed Lennon, such as seeking fame, as well as his spiritual beliefs. In 2010, Chapman stated he had a hit list that included Elizabeth Taylor, Paul McCartney, and late-night legend Johnny Carson, but chose Lennon, quote, out of convenience. He also expressed hatred of Lennon's hit Imagine, which he believed made the iconic musician a communist and a hypocrite. He told us to imagine no possessions, and there he was with millions of dollars and yachts and farms and country estates, laughing at people like me who had believed the lies and bought the records and built a big part of their lives around his music. A year after the murder, Chapman was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison and was denied parole for the 11th time in 2020. Ironically, Chapman's desire for fame was one of the factors behind his parole denial in 2018, with the board telling him, "If you were to be released, someone may attempt or succeed in harming you out of anger and/or revenge, or for the same reason that you killed John Lennon, to assume notoriety." Although the sitcom My Sister Sam only enjoyed a brief 2-year run, actor Rebecca Schaeffer was the show's breakout star and was set to take Hollywood by storm. But an obsessed fan named Robert John Bardo was repeatedly writing her letters, and his obsession took a dark turn when he hired a private investigator to find her home address through the California Department of Motor Vehicles. After 3 years of stalking, on July 18, 1989, Bardo showed up after the was set to take Hollywood by storm. But an obsessed fan, the show's Mr. Sam only enjoyed a brief 2-year run. Actor Rebecca Schaeffer was the show's breakout star and was set to take Hollywood by storm. But an obsessed fan named Robert John Bardo was repeatedly writing her letters, and his obsession took a dark turn when he hired a private investigator to find her home address through the California Department of Motor Vehicles. After 3 years of stalking, on July 18, 1989, Bardo showed up to Schaeffer's doorway.
It's not like we know each other real well or anything.
According to Today, she was auditioning for a role in The Godfather Part 3 and opened the door expecting the script, but was greeted by Bardo instead. When he came back a second time, he had a .357 handgun and proceeded to shoot and kill the 21-year-old actress. Bardo was sentenced to life in prison the following year. The senseless and brutal killing led to the passing of the Driver's Protection Act, which made it a crime to obtain or release personal information from a California resident's DMV records. Schaeffer's My Sister Sam co-star, Pam Dauber, told ABC News in 2019 that she still carries guilt over the incident. "I was so devastated, as everyone else was as well. I thought of Rebecca every day of my life, probably for 2 years.
Good. Again. Come on. No pain, no pain. Cookie Lamb Kingdom needs you. Come on.
On the morning of July 15, 1997, legendary fashion mogul Gianni Versace was walking back to his Miami mansion from a coffee run when he was shot twice in the back of the head by spree killer Andrew Cunanan. He was 50 years old. According to Vanity Fair, 27-year-old Cunanan claimed to have met the
In the fickle world of Hollywood, it's hard for a star to rise to fame, and exceptionally easy for them to fall out of the public's good graces. A couple of box office flops, some personal issues, or even a decision to take time off could spell career disaster. For these actors, their towering celebrity status just isn't what it used to be. Here's why. Dane Cook. Back in the early aughts, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing how Dane Cook was the funniest dude alive. But those days are long gone now, and he has a few bad films and joke choices to blame for his rapid loss of luster. For starters, his first major outing on the big screen was a serious flop, with 2006's Employee of the Month being funny for all the wrong reasons. His next attempt at being the leading man in Good Luck Chuck was also widely maligned.
Where's the habitat?
And despite dropping his loud funny guy shtick for a more dramatic role in Mr. Brooks, his attempt at reinvention didn't impress enough to keep his silver screen career afloat. He might have been able to sell tickets for his stand-up routines, but audiences just weren't interested in his acting. Meanwhile, his comedic reputation also took a major hit when he was the subject of multiple joke theft accusations, and even worse, made an untimely joke about a mass shooting.
That's really great. Good for you, man.
He's recently had some progress turning things around with a voice role in Disney's Planes movies and a brief stint on American Gods, so don't count him out just yet.
It's going to swing far and high this way, then you kind of know that it's going to, it's going to swing back the other. It's going to settle.
Jim Carrey. Back in his heyday, Jim Carrey was the undisputed king of the box office. Films like The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Liar Liar regularly made bank and solidified his status as a star. He even had some success on the dramatic scene with films like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and The Number 23, making an impression with audiences. After a while, however, his on-screen wit alone wasn't enough, and Carrey started disappearing into roles that went heavy on the special effects, like How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Horton Hears a Who. Eventually, his star power started to fade, and films like Mr. Popper's Penguins and The Incredible Burt Wonderstone proved he wasn't as secure a box office draw as everyone expected him to be.
This concludes our broadcast day.
His decline in demand also seemed to coincide with some personal issues Carrey was experiencing, including the suicide of his ex-girlfriend Katrina White, which spawned an ugly legal battle. Nowadays, he's taken up painting, and it seems he's quite good at it. As he says in his new documentary, I Needed Color,
The bottom line with all of this, whether it's performance or it's art or it's sculpture, is love.
Matthew Fox. Since Lost got lost in 2010, Matthew Fox's Hollywood career has taken a nosedive for reasons both professional and personal. On the professional side, his movie career never quite took off. His cinematic outing as the villain in Alex Cross failed to establish him as a big screen staple, and his promising role in World War Z was basically scrapped and left to collect dust in the editing room. On the personal side, Fox has also been battling nasty headlines in recent years, including allegations that he hit a female bus driver.
It's been a very tough year for myself and my family. I mean, it's difficult to be.
Be right back.
You don't need help.
Enemy missing, right. A ranger isn't as good without his traps.
Be right back.
You cannot save them. Vixen! You have killed before.
Nice job.
Your friends need help.
Yes. Stand, my friend.
Mouth breather.
Your left tower is under attack. Blitzed as usual, baby.
An enemy has been slain.
Enemy missing.
Where's your friend?
Aren't these just playtime?
On my way. You will not lose me. Ultimate is ready.
Your left tower is under attack. Divine storm.
You don't need help. You don't need help. An enemy has been slain.
Your right tower is under attack.
You never know what you might face.
Yeah. You fine.
Yes.
You cannot save them.
Ultimate is down.
Wait. I'm going jungle blow.
You don't need help.
On my way.
Burn bright.
Wait.
You have killed before. You cannot save them.
Apparently, throwing my bow is just as
We
effective.
should not leave them alone.
Wait. Enemy missing left. Your left tower is under attack.
enemy has been slain.
Your right tower is under attack.
A ranger isn't as good without his traps.
Two mouth breathers.
Your team has destroyed the right enemy tower. Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
An enemy has been slain.
Overrated.
You make your own rules. You don't need help.
There is still hope.
Don't cry.
Wait. Be right back.
Enemy ultimate incoming.
You have killed before. You cannot save them. Listen! You are a fighter.
Stand, my brother.
Triple kill. No more killing. An ally has been slain. City.
She cannot outrun the wind. I'll attack middle lane.
Be careful, middle.
No problem. Wait.
Monster found. Fight must.
You don't need help.
Come on! Jungle Ball completed.
Your left tower has been destroyed. Your left tower is under attack.
Your friends need help. An enemy has been slain. You cannot save them.
Enemy missing right.
Fighting us.
enemy missing right. Ultimate is ready. Cannot outrun the
You have killed the Thorn. You don't need help. Shut down.
Your left Phoenix is under attack.
You cannot save them.
Right on.
We should not leave them alone. Bye-bye, Mind Flayer. An enemy has been slain.
Be right back.
They hurt your friend.
Is a necessity.
Ultimate is ready.
You cannot save them. You have killed the Thorn.
Your right Phoenix is under attack.
Your friends need help. Okay. No more killing. Double kill.
I'm on it. Come get some. Defend left lane.
You don't need help. They hurt your friends.
No problem. Defend! I'm on it! Be right back, please.
Enemy ultimate down.
You have killed before.
Your left Phoenix is under attack.
An enemy has been slain.
You're welcome.
Your left Phoenix has been destroyed.
2 mouth breathers down. We should not leave them alone.
Help left lane.
Be accused of something that you did not do.
And he was also busted for a DUI that he fully admitted to. If that wasn't enough, Fox also hinted to Men's Fitness in 2012 that he may be ready to give up acting anyway, saying, "If I don't get quality opportunities, you probably won't see much of me. I'll probably be doing something else." Considering he hasn't been seen on screen for several years, well, it looks like he's making good on that promise. Jessica Alba. At one point, Jessica Alba was a budding it girl in Hollywood, with her own TV show and franchise roles to boot. But that all fell apart once people started to wonder whether she was actually even a good actress. Thanks to films like The Killer Inside Me and Little Fockers, Alba won a Razzie for Worst Supporting Actress in 2011, right around when the offers started drying up. She ultimately began distancing herself from the cameras when she became a mother and began a business empire with The Honest Company instead. That company has honestly grown into a billion-dollar industry, and Alba hasn't had to do much screen work to support her growing family as a result. She's made a couple of on-screen appearances in recent years, like a cameo in Taylor Swift's Bad Blood video, and as herself in the film follow-up to Entourage. But we probably won't be seeing Jessica Alba scrawled across the marquee again anytime soon.
The only thing you got right was my name.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Play it day one with Xbox Game Pass.
Bro, you look jacked. But what about those bags under your eye? What should I do, dude? You need Disco's repairing eye stick, bro. Tiny weight? Nah, bro. It's a formula for dark circles, puffiness, under eye bags, and crow's feet. Crow's feet? Crow's feet. Disco's clean.
Although she's probably best known for her starring role in TV's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
How much do you think of that case was because 50 Cent was sort of amplifying your situation? Because I remember he was on...
Because you're Vlad, I've waited all this time to give you this. I'll give you the answer.
Okay.
But, you know, if you talk to me about 50 in this case, I'm going to say he's been talking to the police. He's been talking. And I'm not saying I think he Hello? Yeah, this Curtis. I think he does that. He's a very unique individual because here's a guy who starts beef and pretends that he is the bully and the roughest, toughest nigga on the face of the earth. Right? And then he tells him. It's like the biggest oxymoron and the biggest mind fucking trickery to the public. With, you know, those that don't know think this guy's ill and he's tough. But when you look at it, and please 50, if you're looking, he asked the question. I don't give a fuck about talking about you. And I know you'll make a meme. Go ahead, make a meme or some shit, right? But he's fooled the world.
Well, I mean, I remember.
He says we're pussy, and I'm soft and pussy. But he's the one that got shit done to him. And how are we pussy? Like, when you think about that, we're pussy. You the one that got touched. But my man says it all the time. Yeah, 50 don't want beef. He wants everyone to go to jail. Jimmy Henchman, like they roughed up his son.
Yeah.
Right. So when he takes care and does what any man would do who touches his son or whatever, and these guys is telling. They calling and telling. They calling and telling. So, if we talk conspiracy theory, we're just talking conspiracy theories, right? But if you get shot, what's going to happen?
If I get shot?
If you get shot, what you think is going to happen? What I'm saying is
a distinction that he cashed in on in a big way, taking a huge deal to sign with Washington the following offseason. But even for all them in the Cam Newton era, when they finished that way, until the crafty cornerback actually intercepted Newton during team drills and then proceeded and trashed John back and forth during the very first practice of training camp. Just run-of-the-mill trash talk between teammates. Well, at least it started that way. Until the crafty by the Von Miller during the Cam Newton era when they finished the regular season 15-1 en route to a trip to the Super Bowl. But way before the Panthers were essentially embarrassed on the national stage by Von Miller and the Denver Broncos, Josh Norman was out there getting brutalized in practice by the team's star quarterback. As the story goes, the duo started jawing back and forth during the very first practice of training camp. Just run-of-the-mill trash talk between teammates. Well, at least it started that way. Until the crafty cornerback actually intercepted Newton during team drills and then proceeded to stiff-arm Newton using some rather questionable technique as he neared the end zone. Something I imagine that Superman was not accustomed to experience during practice. In fact, the technique was so questionable that it wrenched Newton's neck and knocked his helmet straight off his head. Newton then proceeded to grab Norman by the helmet and started to berate him, and the two started grappling before ending up in a heap on the ground exchanging blows. While we may never truly know who won the exchange, if you ask anyone who was on social media in 2015, most folks will assume it was Newton, just based off the still shot alone. Cam is towering over most folks will assume it was Newton, just based off the still shot alone. Cam is towering over a rather vulnerable-looking Josh Norman, somehow still flashing that $1 million Cam Newton smile while the rest of the team storms towards the pair, trying to make sure that neither of the team's two-star players end up getting hurt by some friendly fire. And apparently, this was not a common thing for the two. Josh Norman had really pissed Newton off. Newton allegedly went as far as referring to Josh as a pissant and told the defensive back, "Hit me like that again, and you'll know something."
Hit me like that again, I know something.
The fight clearly didn't affect the team too much, as they did end up having a very successful season. But perhaps it...
Stream world-class soccer live on a variety of networks with YouTube TV. Try it free.
Well, Superman is definitely a fitting nickname for Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton. Much like Clark Kent and the Man of Steel, Cam is a happy-go-lucky kind of guy off the field.
Hit me like that again, I know something. Get back! Take his ass over there! Let's focus!
I really thank the Vikings organization for allowing me to get my hands dirty at least.
You get in a fight here.
No, look at that. See, he pushed me off of him, and next thing you know, look at that. Look at how agile I am. Back on top again. Look at it.
But overall, you
see that?
It was a pretty good experience for you.
It was. It was.
That was a bad idea.
Your right tower.
It's hot, it is August, and this is what happens. A tempers flare, and it did so between these two teams. Listen, not the first time for the Redskins. Their last joint practice in 2015 ended with the Texans in a skirmish as well. And Washington cornerback Josh Norman, not one bit surprised that we saw the same thing here with the New York Jets. Time for the Redskins scrum the same.
A death sentence. You cannot say that.
Camp just moments ago, the offensive line out there and the defensive line, Taco Charlton getting a little scrappy with Lyle Collins. This is what happens when you start hitting.
There's a scrum somewhere in between there.
That ain't a fight.
But
I don't see anything really being
that's just a
thrown.
bunch
That
of pushing
broken
and
up
shoving.
before it all happened.
That wasn't a real fight.
That's a whole lot of nothing.
You gotta like the energy, though. Taco Charlton, this is a big year in his second year. He's got to step up. He's been working with DeMarcus Lawrence to kind of get that edge. So that's a good sign.
It's not a bad thing. I mean, it looks like it all got handled by the players themselves, pulling themselves apart. The bad thing is if it would continue throughout practice. Then that gets personal. Then it gets chippy. Then the coach has got to step in, and they got to read them the act. But right now, when the players can control it, that's a good sign.
I like what 92 did. Put your helmet on first before you go in there.
The players can control it, that's a good sign. Got to step in, and they got to read them the act. But right now, when the players can control it, that's a good sign.
I like what 92 did. Put your helmet on first before you go in there. Trying to throw blows. Don't walk in there with no helmet on. You'll get knocked out. For a drill.